Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, back with the Skycrafter build. But as you can see as I welcome you, and I do thank you for joining me, we're down a little low on the BBs. We're getting under the 3 million mark, and right now that's got me a little on edge. I know we're going to need a buttload more money for this build, so I think what we might do here is maybe just venture around, see what we can find in the way of new mining opportunities, adventure. Maybe we'll even try and scavenge up some of our needed blocks. I was thinking of getting into some heavy crafting, but I think what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to build a brand new tech to really try out my crafting idea. Just because this tech, it would take too much back and forth to craft all the blocks for it. Can't have both things running in the same spot. Just lag out. Oh, look at it go! Nice. Holy crap, that's a good jump. Oh, cleared it just beautifully. Oh, what a landing. Didn't even knock the skews out offline. Oh, make it. Give me. Oh, that was a little harder. Oh. He was hiding right over a ridge. Sneaky little punks. Look at them. They're everywhere. Keep going. Gonna take your blocks too, buddy. What you gonna do about it? He ain't doing nothing. Whoa. Invader, eh? Gonna jump me like that? This is how we deal with them kind. We'll see how he does. How you like me now? Just a little extra precaution there. Let's see. Whoa. Ooh, saved it. But like, look at this. Cluster of Erudite right here. That's looking pretty promising. I think we might have set something up in the area. I could see there being more around. Getting my little buddy out here, though. I like this one for doing the mines. He seems to be really nice to scoot around. He cleans up nice. He doesn't have any sales capacity to him or charging or nothing. I've thought of it, but usually, you know, you build up your little setup for the auto miners, and it just pops off of here too. I think it's a grand little setup. And it seems to hold just enough. Until you're going to need that. Oh, you sneaky little punk. Look at that. You high-sided yourself. What are you going to do about that? Nothing. Oh, you know, yeah. See, when you're building and mining, you always got to be on guard. There's always someone who wants to blow up your stuff. But eventually you do get something built up and, you know, you start making the money. As you can see, we're up over 4.25 million now. I'm liking where this is going. In this area here, I'm hoping it looks pretty big. Ooh, what's that guy? Looks pretty big. Hopefully there's a whole bunch of them. We'll get a ton of money. We've spent a little bit, but you got to spend to make. See, oh, it does hit him good. Solid hit, too. Oh, took his face off. It's on the ground. So, yeah, I wonder if we should maybe... Let's go do a bit of driving here, see what we can get cleaned up and found. Ooh, look at this! Find a whole new field. Oh, yeah, I'm liking that. We're definitely going to make some money now. We're just getting... Ooh, look at that guy. He's spying on us. See if we can spy on him a little bit. Where'd he go? Oh, someone back here, though. Can't have that. Thought he was going to sneak us. Not happening. Oh, look at this. Trees growing right in around it. That doesn't help anybody. There we go. That's sped up a little bit. Hopefully that'll help. There. Clean it. Clean it. Oh, crap. They're all over the place. There. That's what I forgot to do. I should maybe update that snapshot. Oh, look at this guy. Can we hit him? Maybe. Maybe a little bit we're hitting him. Not the way I'd like to. Sneak over here. Careful. Looks aggressive. Oh, he's coming for us. Oh, you bit off more than you can chew though, pal. Oh. Yeah, see, they're everywhere. They're jumping us like crazy now. Coming out of the woodwork. I don't know what to say to that. Except we're going to have to get a little more defensive and aggressive. Like, look at that. Blew up our stuff. That's not cool at all. There's someone else around. Man, look what he is doing to me here. I'm just trying to make some money, you know. I'm only at 10 million, 10.5 million. What's the deal, eh? I got something against a small businessman. Just trying to survive here, fellas. Well, that wraps up that one. Get that minefield all dealt with. We're sitting at 14.25 million. I think we're doing alright. Get this guy a new paint job, you know. We got some money. We can trick him out a little bit. Customize our missiles. Yeah, maybe not going to do the venture ones. It's the wrong shade of purple for me, you know. I think that should work out pretty nice. Get this all wrapped up. Nice, nice. Oh, put him through the paces. He's working nice, too. Pick your blocks up, and I take them with me. So we're going to jump back in this little feller here. We're going to see what we can do. Oh, no. Man, they're sneaky. Going to help this little guy out, though. Can't leave him stranded. I'd feel bad about it if I did. And also, we're going to get some really good salvage. Because worst case scenario, we can scrap everything we don't want. We'll get our resources and our treasure blocks that way for crafting. I think we'll be fine. Look at that guy out there, eh? He's just waiting for us. He's like, oh, I'm going to wait till they're not expecting it. I'm going to roll in there and I'm going to cream them. And it's not going to work for them. Ooh, gigaton cannon. Nice. Boom. Ha. Told him. Tried to warn him. Let's give this guy a little bit of a paint job, though. He seems fitting of a new look. I have been thinking of upgrading this little fella, too. He's been like this for a long, long time. And I wouldn't mind having... Ooh, is that better future? It is. Nice. Get after him. Oh. Okay. Oh, look, the size of these guys. Jesus. I don't know, they might get us. If they get some hits on us, we'd be toast. He's having a moment over there, just kind of not doing it. He doesn't know what he's doing right now. Just taking him apart. Oh, he's all to pieces. Now your turn, buddy. What are you going to do? Oh, he's not even going to come after me? Well, I guess that's the way to play it when they're this big and I'm this small. There's no need to go in there and try and be the super warrior that we just ain't in this tag. Oh, I like getting those ramps. They're kind of one of the harder things to get. That and the bombs, the EXP weapons. EXP stuff in general. Anything you want of it. Hey, that worked out good. Is usually the trickiest. Yeah, he's still alive. Well, it was. We helped him out with that. There, now we got our colored up friends. Look at the mess we got here, though. We gotta get things going. Get rid of the ones that ain't running. Yeah, there's a few that have stopped. Holy. So yeah, we are sitting at almost 17 million. So we are doing fairly good on the money end of it. We might have enough to finish our build. I'm not sure, but we're just got to try things. Work along, see what we can do. Damn, dang, get him. Get that. Haha. He didn't even know he was going to have a bad day like that when he woke up. Then he saw this little feller and he's like, boxed lunch, eh? Dang. And then we got Speedy here. He's just looking to rip around. We're at 18.2 million, and it's time to fly like a beagle in the sea, over the sea. Yeah, we're just going to wander around and see what we can find. If we happen upon another really lucrative spot, we could do some mining. We may stop and set up another one just to have it doing something for us. And when we do go around and... Well, I was kind of hoping this would be done by now, but hey, it's a good thing that it's not, I guess. like I was saying, to have a mining setup so every time we do go somewhere, we got a spot we can go and, ooh, invader, and start making money instantly. Just like a fallback plan. But really, with 18 million bucks, by the time we spend that up in building and whatnot, we're going to be due for an adventure again, I think. Oh, come on. I'm going to loop you. Take that. A little more of that. That's right on your head. Oh, that was right in your head. Haha. So that was pretty good running around. Ooh, ow. Hit it. No, we're going down. Oh, he's right there too. Come on, save it. Oh, we did save it. Nice. Look at these guys down here. Come on, let's get a sight on them. There, that should hit him, I think. Oh, there it is. That looked like money. Oh, he's dodging me. He's doing pretty good. Oh, that didn't work for him. Take that, you big bully. But anyway, whew, that was close. Look at this guy. You're after my skew, eh? You can buzz off, buddy. Let's get up here. People don't tend to bother me when I'm up here. Frickin' enemies. I tell you what. So where were we? Yeah, we got quite a bit done there in the last while. We've got these side platform kind of areas all figured in. Not all figured in, but the outer perimeter. Now we just gotta close it in, make it useful, and probably find room for a bunch of batteries. That's what I'm kind of thinking. But there's going to be a lot of shaping, and then we are going to add some weaponry, of course. We can't just have something completely barren of guns. That would just be irresponsible. And the whole time we got to try and make it go together nicely. But I'm thinking these are going to be a nice addition right in here. Just because these ones do seem to have a longer range than even the cruise missiles. They're faster firing. They may not hurt as much, but you get enough of them. They do some damage. They do a lot of damage if you get it just right. It's pretty sweet, I think. So yeah, this is one of those tricky little spots where you got to be just in the right spot or your blocks disappear when you're trying to place them because there's something behind you. Yeah, it happens. That's why I'd be moving like this. But anyway, for the most part, it's not impossible. It doesn't create too many impossible situations, I'll say. But I could see in some of the builds that I want to do, or I've done, if I didn't do them a certain way, that I wouldn't be able to finish without tearing stuff back apart. As you can see, we got a little bit of a finger look going on. Gonna make sure we save here. I don't want to get too carried away and then lose a bunch of progress. Get our anchor back. Gonna save a snapping shot too. It's better to do both, not just the one or the other. Now let's see what it can do for us. It's still gonna sit good and handle and maneuver and fly. I really hope it does. I really don't want it to crash. Don't crash. Don't be crap. Not too bad. It does feel like it needs a little... Yeah, it's got too much propulsion. Too many propellers on the top of it, I think. Oh, it's effective though. But like, look, we're going down a battery notch already. So yeah, it doesn't get an extremely long flight time, but it's pretty good for what it is. Like, this isn't like second per second, of course, but you know, it takes a while for the batteries to go all the way down, so I figure you can get a good distance travel. I'm going to turn them off. Land our little bird here. And it still moves around pretty good. Well, actually, it's getting up off the ground just by a little bit there. At one point, it does come up off the ground, but it's kind of a jump, which I don't know why it would. It should be too heavy. But I needed a little bit of a break from that. You probably heard me mention the idea I had of having a multi-crafter, or what I've been calling now a max crafter. Can craft 5 separate parts all at the same time. So I thought, well, let's work on that. I kind of got sidetracked a little bit from the Skycrafter, because while there's some parts I was thinking of building with crafting, but this is my idea, is keep everything separate. So everything, like, it goes off the dropper block, picked up by the receiver, then it gets sorted into its own separate inventory. We'll take the scrapper off, because that wasn't going to do us any good there. And now we should be able to craft our missile. No issues. So the theory is that it'll work, even if there's 5 of them. Or more. You could have, in theory, as many as you want. You could have 50 fabrication spots. I'm actually thinking of seeing how many I can cram into one little spot too. That was another idea I got. See if you can get like 50 cruise missiles to drop off at once. Imagine the resources it would take for that. Like 5 alone at what I'm thinking is probably going to be maybe 3,000 chunks. So, and that's using these silos. I think that's worked out to about 3,000 in all. But it's not quite big enough. I forgot I added in the little 2 wide geocore block in the middle there, so I don't want things touching. Like, no conveyors can touch each other. I don't want to have any kind of confusion there. I want to make sure it's clean and visible, so I know that it shouldn't be interfering with each other. So I got to be careful that I build in such a way where it'll work. So I'm thinking I'm going to build up and over. Do like a stair-step idea. I think that'll work out really good. At least I'm hoping. Just a matter of getting it all pieced together here. Which ain't always the easiest thing when you're working conveyors. Sometimes even the perspective you got can be a little confusing. You always got to make sure you got at least enough room for the important stuff. So after a wee bit, we got this all tuned in. Got the whole stair-step thing going. Now the trickiest part's going to be getting everything filled this way. Because with the dropper blocks and everything, it's going to all want to be continuous with those filters set to infinite. It will never stop. It's just going to keep dumping stuff, running stuff. So that's going to be the biggest problem, is the best way to load this, I think. So we're going to get our buddy here, load up some goodies. Get that going. Nice. Yeah, it's filling up. But yeah, I'm having to do a lot of filter work here. Change it to this one, exclude that one, and just so it'll walk up the ramp. So I can see this, yeah, it's already been a big pain in the butt just to get it this filled. Hopefully this will work out good, because we don't even know if it's going to work 100% yet. We just got to fill it first. So we get her tuned up, and I think we should be about ready to at least give it a test. The bottom ones don't have to be full because, well, they're just an extra option, so you can dump more down the line if you need, whatever color you do want. You can set up the paths that you want it to go to. We'll get these set up for what we want them to craft. What do I want this one to craft? Maybe something from here. Those, it would be handy to have some extras. Some of those too would be, I think I'm going to go with them. And for here, it's usually power things that I need most of from these guys. Go with that. Alright, let's see if it works. It's all kicked on. Each one of them. And it looks like it's ready to, yeah, so I'm going to say it's probably going to work. It's dumping stuff out already. Look at that. I'm liking that. I was skeptical if it would be able to do 5 things at once. So now the big thing is should we try and add more and more and more to it? Or should we just, well, first we got to get it to fill better. Because filling this was a pain in the stuff. But by the little run here, and we never really did fill anything more up. Or we might have put a block or two, another treasure block in, but it wasn't the big geocore blocks. But that's what we got out of that. So that's pretty good for a short little run. Well, short-ish little run of crafting. Got some important stuff, a lot of missiles, a lot of high-end blocks, created fairly quick. But like I said, we're going to try and make this fill better, run better, be smoother, and hopefully work out really good so we can call on it and do the job we want every time. But this is the idea I got, is I'm going to have everything push to everything all the time again, but in just a little bit different fashion. Because we all know that silos are greedy and will take whatever they can get and do not pass each other. So we can do this, get our conveyor around, get this up into here. We know from the last time that this build does work good for our crafting, so we're just going to reuse it. No sense to recreate anything. So like that. And then we can just go up higher. Yeah, we can't have that one on the bottom. Just in case we get some of the really big blocks we want, it'll jam up. The behemoth wheel would be too much. Get these up here. Get that around. So now we're moving on up. Getting to our second step here. So yeah, as you can see, this is going to be a bigger tech too. As we get up higher and higher and higher, we get, no, that ain't quite right. Flip that. There we are. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. We got, looks like 4 steps done. Just about done, actually. Now we got that one done. And we need just a little more for here. Get that around. Like so. Now in theory, that should work out quite nicely for us. Now it's just a matter of filling it. Now if it only took this long the first when I did it, man would I be a happy camper. But as you can imagine, it took a while. And it wasn't really laggy either. It's just that's a lot of resources. I think by the time I figured it all out, I don't know for sure, but there was about 6,000 chunks of resources in play, all at the one time. So yeah, there's a lot on the go. So we get this one all set up as to what we're going to craft. Could use a couple more of them. I don't have many. And yes, I like them, but I do use a lot of those. So I'm going to get them, and yes, my cruise missiles. Because every time I find a mining field, I use a lot of them. And for here, I was thinking that, but I don't really know if I'm going to use it much. Where I'd want to be crafting a bunch. See, the main thing this setup's going to help with is like the common blocks where you need 100 of them. So like batteries is one I usually do. How many do I got? Oh, I got 90 of them. I don't need no more of those batteries. I could use some of them though. There. So that's what we're going to run with. We're going to get that fired up and go. Ah, nice. It's still working. And they're more connected than they were before. So since the conveyors are touching the silos, they're on the opposite side as the crafting. So as long as the crafting lines themselves don't connect, you can do it. So good. That's handy to know. That's the main point of trying this, is what I wanted to know. And look at that, stuff falling already. Oh, I'm liking that. Come on, get her done. Oh, we got one sitting up there. A little wireless charger sitting on the fabricator. Oh, there's a cruise missile. Oh yeah, we're getting lots of good stuff here. And the thing with this one is it's got the bigger silos. Like, look at that. It's got the bigger silos on it, on each level. So really you got 90 chunks of each. Now we don't have no component handling at all, so those will just go to sales. So that's kind of the downside with that. We could do another one. Well, we could set this one to be all components, different types of components, stuff like that. You could have up to 11 of them on call. We could expand it to try and make it the full 22 or whatever. Have one for resources, have one for components. But now we know the idea works, and we can do multiple things with that. But I'm going to set this up, since I did take the time to load it up, fill it, and everything else. We're just going to leave it here, because at some point we are going to want to do some crafting. Because I have been thinking up ideas for techs to do a fully crafted build. So every part of my little build will be crafted. It probably won't be like a massive tech, of course. That'd take a long, super long time. But we're going to hopefully make something cool. We'll figure something out, but we need an idea of what type of tech to make too. So if you have any ideas or suggestions on what type of tech we should try to craft and build, leave them down in the comments. It's always good to read from you. Your suggestions, your feedback, and all that kind of stuff. It's always appreciated. And that is the kind of awesome only you guys can bring to, and gals, can bring to a channel. But other than that, I would like you guys to just keep in mind that we do have other things going on here on this channel. Other games we play, other things we do with this game. Oh, get him. Things such as the Saturday Showcase or the new Tekka project. If you're interested, just find the links in the description. And from there, read through the original posts, and you'll be on your way to hopefully having a TerraTechian good time with us. And we'll see what we can make happen. Hopefully they're all good ones. But I think that looks pretty cool, sitting off in the distance like that. Oh, get after it. Go back over here where we can do a little bit of building. And we're probably going to call this one right around in here, but we'll know where we're starting up in the next one, right? So like I was saying, if you did enjoy what you saw, throw that like down, put some comments, check out the rest of the channel, share with the friends, and to keep up to date, just subscribe, ding the bell. And most importantly, always be creative. But until that next time, just keep being that awesome. Keep having a good one. Bye.